in this session. So yeah, let's play it. Price built up liquidity for the supply, 15-minute sub-demand. Here is the liquidity pool. Perfect double bottoms. Mitigation happened. Deeper mitigation happened, but we can see that actually this deeper mitigation made more liquidity for the possible short movements, possible flip of this zone. So yeah, currently we have a character changing movement here, but I really would like to see not liquidity change of character happen, but this is not a really strong change of character, just a small wick. I would like to see liquidity creation for this 1 minute zone, because if there is liquidity creation, then more likely I will try to enter on a long position here. Why on this zone? Because this candle caused the inefficient movement to the upside, but this is not really not a really strong change of character with this small wick. So yeah, but let me mark this zone out. And let's play price forward. There wasn't any liquidity creation, as you can see. Price just mitigated it immediately after 2 minutes and made a full zone mitigation. Price building up liquidity on the downside, just ranging on the 1 minute time frame. There is just liquidity on the upside and on the downside. So I am still waiting. Let's see what happens. There is really nice amount of liquidity here. And price technically changed character on several places to the upside and left behind a 1 minute demand right here that has caused a strong change of character. And also we have an extreme zone, technically this one, that has initiated this strong movement to the upside. But because there is insane amount of liquidity on the downside, just below the 1 minute entry zones, and also there is still liquidity on the 15-minute time frame, I would like to see at least a 5-minute change of character, and let's see if it happened. Yeah, 5-minute sub change of character actually happened. So let me mark this 5-minute sub change of character here. Sub change of character, sub change of character, 5-minute sub change of character. And let me delete these drawings. 5-minute sub change of character happened from this demand zone. If price can confirm this zone once again, then I will look for longs. However, if the flip of this 5-minute zone will happen, then I will mark out the 5-minute supply zone and I will wait for a confirmation entry on it, or after liquidity creation, a risk entry on the 1 minute refinement inside of the 5-minute supply zone. So yeah, these are the plans. And let's see what happens. Here was this 1 minute, 5-minute sub change of character. And let's see. Price reacted on another 5-minute supply, but this 5-minute supply caused only liquidity creation for the 15-minute sub-demand. Let's see what happens. Price made a full zone mitigation and printed more liquidity on the downside, as you can see. And maybe a flip happened. Actually, a break on this 5-minute sub-demand happened, but this is just a perfect liquidity sweep just below this 15-minute supply, swept all of this liquidity. And if you take a look on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that this is a perfect footprint of the liquidity sweeping candle. So I am still looking for longs However, I would like to see the fail of this 1 minute demand up here. Let's see. And actually, I believe, yeah, the 15-minute zone, 15-minute subdemand, has been broken from this 5-minute flip zone. And we can mark this 5-minute flip zone out. And we can wait for a confirmation entry on it. Let's see if the 15-minute candle, no, 15-minute candle has not closed below the 15-minute zone yet. However, if there is a 5-minute candle that has closed below a 15-minute zone and left behind a 15-minute slash, not 15-minute, 5-minute supply zone, and if price confirms this zone, that it was a confirmed break, even though the 15-minute candle hasn't closed below the 15-minute zone. So yeah, I would rather wait for a confirmation entry on it. However, if price left behind a 1-minute supply zone, the perfect liquidity creation, then I will try to risk, I will try to enter with a risk entry on the 1-minute refinement inside the 5-minute supply zone. So let's see if there is, yeah, as you can see, we have a perfect 1-minute refinement that has caused the volume push to the downside. Where is the volume push? Here is the volume candles. Here is the volume candles that has caused the flip of this 15-minute subdemand left behind this 5-minute supply zone. And here is the perfect refinement that has initiated the volume candles that has flipped the 15-minute supply zone. So if price will builds up perfect liquidity for the 1-minute zone, then I will try to use a risk entry on it. However, if there won't be any liquidity creation, then I will wait for a confirmation entry based on the 5-minute supply zone. So yeah, these are the plans. Let's see what happens. We have a 1% mitigation on the 5-minute supply zone, and technically the change of character happened on this low point too, and on this low point. But these low points didn't cause anything based on the 1-minute time frame, so technically the change of character will be here. Change of character actually happened, and it's not really a change of character because we need the breakout structure, because price is clearly in a bearish trend on the 1-minute time frame, so we need the body break here. This is just liquidity, and I would like to see liquidity creation below this 1-minute supply zone. Let's see. That is the breakout structure, and price looks like creating liquidity. Let's see. There is liquidity. This liquidity is enough for me to put a risk entry on the 1-minute refinement. Let's see if 3 pips would be enough. Yeah, 3 pips would be enough perfectly to cover the whole zone, and almost covers the 50% of the 5-minute zone. So let's see what happens. But first, let's count the criteria for this trade. And wait a minute, I need to copy paste the criteria tracker, and we can use the continuation criteria plan. Yeah, continuation criteria tracker for this trade. And wait a bit, bear with me. I'm just copy pasting it, copying from the Excel. And here is the continuation plan with criteria. So what criteria do we have? Bosch, breakout structure / flip of something valuable. We can say that price flipped a valuable 15-minute demand zone, but this 15-minute demand is not really valuable because it's only a sub demand. But based on this price action on the 15-minute time frame, this is the only valuable-ish zone that has caused something. So this is the reason why we can count these criteria. So we will count the breakout structure / flip of something valuable. So we have one criteria already. We are in a pro trend. Well, based on the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute sub change of character happened, and everything below this 15-minute sub demand is technically just pure liquidity. We can say that we are in a pro trend, and also on the higher time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we are in a pro trend. So this is the reason why we can count this criteria. So we have already two. There is inefficiency just below the 1-minute zone, and also there was inefficiency for the 5-minute zone. So this is the third criteria, and also we have liquidity for the entry. There is the liquidity, and also this is almost a perfect double taps currently. So we have all the 4 base criteria that we are looking for. Liquidity sweep before the break. We can say that because there was the sweep of this liquidity. There was 1-minute liquidity pool on the upside. Price swept it. On the first attempt, it couldn't manage to break below this zone, but after that, the break happened with this movement. So technically, this liquidity sweep before the break happened. So this is the reason why we can count this criteria. Not coming from any unmitigated opposite-sided zone. There wasn't any demand zone. This is just substructure on the 15-minute time frame, so we do not have any valuable opposite-sided zone. There is liquidity target. Here is the liquidity target. Here is the liquidity to target. So we have liquidity to target for the shorts, and volume breakout structure flip happened perfectly. Here are the volume candles for the 5-minute zone, and also the volume has came into the market from this 1-minute refinement with these candles. So we have a full criteria continuation plan for this trade with all the 8 criteria that we need. And let's see what happens. We have 40 minutes left from this session. I just keep this limit on the 1-minute refinement. If price can manage to make breakout structure to the downside, then I will try to look for confirmation entry on the 5-minute supply zone, newly formed 5-minute supply zone. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's not a breakout structure, not even on the 1-minute time frame, and price had just built more liquidity for it. And session will close in 20 minutes. Let's see if price can tag us in or no. More liquidity built up. This is just a beautiful liquidity pool for the 1-minute refinement. However, session will close in 8 minutes. And as you can see, session closed here with this candle. And after the session close, I would delete this limit on the 1-minute refinement. So yeah, price didn't provide any entry opportunity for us. Actually, there was an entry opportunity with a full criteria continuation plan, but price couldn't manage to tag us in, couldn't manage to tag me in. And yeah, I would delete this limit at the end of the session. So I would delete it. And actually, that's all. That's all what happened in this 8th of February's New York session. And yeah, that's all, guys. I hope it was a enjoyable backtesting video for you. I hope it will bring some value to you. And have a nice rest of Sunday, guys. Have a nice rest of